It's New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that?
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on WildCard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From his end zone, Wilson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Gun. 11 Thomas. 11.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
11 mighty.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have the Bengals first. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Burrow will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Colts territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Bourne. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. He's got his man, it's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. From midfield now, Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown Bengals. A.J. Brown, 41 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Mahomes. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 31, Burrow. That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So we're at halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Gets around him. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
McManus now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Inside give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's Burrow. Quick slant to Brown. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Elliott going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball. Play action. It's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Here we go.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tay Crowder. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the... Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Robinson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brian Robinson Jr. saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Here we go.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
And right now, that crowd, silent. The 20! And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 yards there and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's complete to Tony. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Burrow on first down. He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel.